There is a philosopher whose name appears in every list of history's greatest thinkers. Schools, universities, and entire traditions of science trace the methods back to him. Here is the strange part. We have never found a single line that he personally wrote. Everything attributed to him comes from students' notes, reconstructed manuscripts, and documents assembled long after his death, possibly in a library thousands of miles from where he lived. So who was Aristotle really, and why does it matter? The standard story goes like this. Aristotle was born in 384 BC in northern Greece, the son of a doctor. He went to Athens and studied under Plato for 20 years, becoming the great philosopher's most famous student. Then he broke with his teacher, developed his own system, and went on to write about everything: biology, physics, ethics, politics, theater, and more. When Alexander the Great conquered half the known world, Aristotle's work went with him, spreading Greek ideas from Egypt to Persia to India. Aristotle was born in 384 BC. Philip II of Macedon, Alexander's father, was born in 383, 1 year apart. Aristotle's father was the personal physician to Philip's father, the king of Macedon. These two boys almost certainly grew up together. When Philip came back and began his project to conquer and unify the entire Greek world, he needed something besides armies. He needed a cultural project, a set of texts, ideas, and educational materials that could give the Greeks a shared identity. Aristotle started his school, the Lyceum, in Athens in 335 BC, 3 years after Philip had finished conquering Greece. The timing is not a coincidence. When Alexander died and his generals divided his empire, the Greek ruling class faced a problem. They were foreign conquerors in ancient lands with deep, proud cultures. How do you establish legitimacy over people who consider you a barbarian? You do it through intellectual prestige. You declare yourself the guardian of all knowledge. You build the greatest library in the world. Ptolemy, who took control of Egypt, built the Library of Alexandria specifically to gather, standardize, and systematize Greek intellectual culture. He sent agents across the Mediterranean to collect original manuscripts. At the center of this project was the body of work attributed to Aristotle, a comprehensive encyclopedia of Greek knowledge covering every field of human inquiry. The Greek world now had a shared intellectual identity that could travel with armies and merchants to every corner of the known world. Christianity would not have been possible without this. The Jews of the Levant absorbed Greek philosophy, and the collision of Greek thought with Jewish theology produced the conceptual framework for the entire Western religious tradition. Aristotle's philosophy differs from his teacher Plato's in ways that are so radical they are almost incompatible. For Plato, the highest reality is not the physical world, but a realm of perfect, unchanging forms. Aristotle flips this. For him, truth is accessed through careful observation and the accumulation of evidence. The world is not a shadow, it is all there is. If you are a king planning to conquer the known world, which philosophy is more useful? The one that says physical reality is an illusion, or the one that says excellence means fulfilling your purpose and the measure of success is tangible achievement? Philip and Alexander needed Aristotle's philosophy, not Plato's, and conveniently, that is the philosophy they got. Whether Aristotle was a great original thinker, a gifted synthesizer working under political patronage, or largely a creation of the Alexandrian scholars who promoted him, the influence is undeniable and permanent. The Greeks gave the world three gifts that, combined, created something genuinely new in human history. Homer gave us empathy and imagination. The playwrights gave us inner debate. The philosophers gave us reason and reflection. We read the Greeks, or we used to, because doing so trained the mind in a particular way, not to accumulate facts, but to think, to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously. That is what a liberal arts education is supposed to do. Whether it still does it is worth asking. But the Greeks built the template, and even if Aristotle never wrote a single word himself, the civilization that bears his stamp changed the world permanently.